How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a crazy commercial that disguises itself as one thing, but it's for an entirely different purpose. And you won't discover that purpose until you actually go and look and research behind the scenes to figure out what the purpose of the commercial is. But before we get to the commercial, I got to back up a little bit here to give you some context. Now, I was doing my live show last night, and thank you to everybody that came through for the live show. I appreciate you guys. But after my live show, I got on the Twitters to get prepared for the next day's topics, to see what's going on, to see what everybody's talking about, just so I got my ears to the proverbial streets. And I see a tweet from BET. And then the tweet had a very familiar setting. And you guys know I'm from Virginia, Hampton Roads, Seven City area, Portsmouth, Chesapeake, Norfolk, that area. So I saw Topwater Park, which is in downtown Norfolk. It's a housing project. And in the little clip, they're talking about how it's bad they're tearing it down. Black folks won't have anywhere to live, which is not even true because they've been tearing Topwater Park down or talking about it for the past 10 years. And quite frankly, I knew they were going to do this 20 years ago when they built MacArthur Mall, but that's a different story. And I digress. My whole point is that they're talking about Topwater Park, Young's Park, and how it's bad they're going to tear them down and black folks won't have anywhere to live. So I'm like, okay, I got to see this to see what kind of lies they're going to bring up. They got to talk to the mayor, Kenny Alexander. They got to talk to local people. I want to see what's going on. So I watched it, and it's pretty much what I thought it was. A lot of propaganda, a lot of lies. But in between the propaganda, the lies, the misdirection, and improper naming of the projects, Tidewater Gardens and Young's Terrace, in between all that, you have commercials. Now, in the commercials, I was completely shocked at what I was seeing. Totally shocked. And, you know, I'm in advertising, or at least that's what I was trained in. That's what I went to college for. And I know that when you look at commercials, the audience is reflected in the commercial. Okay, they're talking specifically to you in a commercial on a BET if you're a black person. So there was one that really just kind of caught my eye, and I had a hard time figuring out what was going on. But like I said, once I did some research, I was able to figure out what the commercial was for. Now, let's go ahead and roll this. After we get done watching this, I'm going to go down the rabbit hole and figure out where this commercial comes from and what it's actually for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it. Okay, so here we go. Like right when the commercial came on, you see this right here. The black community is under attack. So let's go ahead and play it. Okay, so when I'm seeing this, I'm like, all right, are they going to name like everything that happens to us as bad and negative? And you got this kind of ominous music in the background. Like, what are they really trying to get at? Got the mask and the big hair, you know, get killed by the police and the virus and everything else. Here come I can't breathe, victimhood stuff, big time victimhood stuff. Let's take action on how we fight, survive, win, cope. Join us. My Black is Beautiful. Now, they played that last part really, really quickly. You might have probably missed it because look how fast that went. Right? I'm gonna just play it one more time so you see how fast the last little segment went here. That quick, you know, you can easily miss it. But I knew that this part right here would be the key to figure out what's going on. So join us. My Black is Beautiful. Now, like I said, I know a little bit about advertising. When I see stuff like this, you see this little, I don't know what you call that. This little calligraphic, if that's a word, calligraphy swoop, and that type of typeface combination, I'm thinking cosmetics and beauty. That's what I'm thinking about. And then My Black is Beautiful. That also makes sense. So I'm following the breadcrumbs. MBIB. All right, what's that? Where does that lead me? So here is the MBIB page. So I know right away, okay, this is cosmetics. Straight away, this is cosmetics. But then once I zoom in, okay, My Black is Beautiful community celebrates everything that makes us beautiful from the inside out. All right, shop to Golden Milk Collection at Sally Beauty. Oh, Sally Beauty, I know what that is. Because you guys might not know, when I was a graphic designer, I managed a website for a beauty supply store and also a cosmetics company. So I know about all the different shades and foundation and all that kind of stuff. I know about all that just because that was my job for a while, to manage the website and the products and the stocks and all that kind of stuff. I know a little bit about that. Now, let's go ahead and see what this is. All right. Now, this is a beauty supply store, Sally Beauty. Okay, that's what that is. All right. I go to Sally Beauty to get my clippers to shave my head and to shave my face, that type of stuff. Wife goes there to get hair stuff. This is a beauty supply store. So all of this whole thing about we're more likely to die and, get shot by the police, all of that is to sell you beauty supply store products. That's all it's about. It's not a black-owned company at all. The CEO is a white guy named Chris. All right. And they only recently started to sell a lot of Shea Moisture and that type of stuff. Carol's daughter, they recently started doing that because they wanted to be more inclusive. This is no more than a marketing strategy to sell you on beauty supply products. That's all that it is. So when you see stuff like this on TV and you're thinking, hey, they're speaking to me, they're speaking my language, all this, that, and the third, it's nothing about that. They're just trying to get you to buy into their system. I saw the same thing. It might have been, a year or two, probably about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe, with the talk commercial that came from Procter and Gamble. And it was the same type of setup. It probably is the same agency, the same ad agency that's behind both commercials and quite a few more. It'll be this whole big elaborate setup talking about black victimhood and black folks get told this, white folks don't get told that. It's this whole big setup. It could be like a documentary style length commercial, 15-minute commercial. And at the very, very end, they put their little logo or their branding on it. This one was a little bit more covert because they didn't put Sally Beauty at the end. If they were to put the big red Sally Beauty logo, it's like, that's a little bit too much. But then they're kind of disguising it. MBIB, My Black is Beautiful. So they have that brand to be just the outreach arm, the SJW arm of Sally Beauty on the internets. There's a lot of stuff going on like that. I think that's a big part of the reason why they want to keep pushing this whole victimhood narrative, because the mainstream media, they make out like a fat cat. They're getting buku dinero. Anytime it's some kind of black person that gets killed by a white person or some kind of racial thing they can just monetize, then they're going to do that because that brings in big time ad revenue, big time ratings, all that good stuff. And since the media are able to monetize it and capitalize on so-called tragedies, then so will everyone else. All right. All these companies are doing the exact same thing. They're just trying to get money from people. And a lot of times, not necessarily just from black people, it's from whites and everybody else that's watching. Because, like I said, Sally Beauty is not a black-owned company. Everybody goes there. You got Paul Mitchell stuff there. You have all kind of products that are at Sally Beauty. So if you're a woke SJW, if you're a cat lady with 1,000 cats, you have 18 shades of green, purple, blue, pink, every color in the rainbow in your hair. All right. If you think that white supremacy is the worst thing in the world and you're white or not black, if you think that and you see that commercial, then it makes you feel good about going to Sally Beauty. Oh, they're inclusive. They're not racist. I can go there and spend my money and I'm helping the cause, fight the power when I buy my curling iron and stuff like that. That's what's going on. So these companies, these media organizations are playing you like a fiddle. And a lot of you guys that are watching are not going to get played like that. Hopefully, people that are watching that are on the left are not going to get played like that either. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that commercial was really egregious? It's like, why? Okay, you're going to go through all this talking about black folks more likely to die from the virus and get killed by police, which may or may not be true, by the way. And how is it that it's 2.5 times higher in both cases, talking about potentially being killed by police and potentially catching the virus and dying? Like, how is that really, how does it work out like that? I mean, are you rounding some of these numbers? Are you making some of these numbers up? I think that's what's going on. But hype about the commercial. Was it a good commercial, bad commercial, egregious, non-egregious? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. I think that commercial was very egregious, very ridiculous. But this is what they do. And this is big. This is a big part of the reason why I don't watch television anymore. You know, the commercials are crazy. The TV shows themselves are crazy. Like the one I was watching about Top Water Park, all of that, full of lies. Commercials full of lies as well. If you want to sell some curling irons and some wigs and some stuff like that, go ahead and do that. Don't shield it in this woke social justice warrior narrative. Don't do that, because now I'm thinking that you're just trying to play us, which is what's happening. You're trying to play people and to trick them into being guilty and buy stuff from you that way. Not a fan at all, although unfortunately some people are. And as long as there are fans of stuff like this, it will continue to exist, regardless of how harmful it actually is. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.